on her knees. Baby, I promise it was only once. It was 2 in the morning, and we were both drunk. Don't love me like you promised you to.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Talkoffame podcast. I'm Kylie Montigney. Today, I'm so excited to welcome Kikko. Kikko is an artist and songwriter from Columbus, Ohio. She writes honest songs about the beautiful and sometimes painfully awkward journey to adulthood, highlighting emotions such as guilt, anxiety, and regret. In 2020, at age 15, as a sophomore in high school, she won a statewide songwriting contest called Insta Band. The first prize after being signed to a label, Elementary Records, was a recording, production, and release of a 5-song EP and music video that were released in the same exact year. In 2020 and 2021, she performed it individually with her band at local venues in Columbus, such as Kaufman Amphitheater, School's Music Diner, the Bogey Inn, and Standard Live. She has also performed at the Ohio Creatives Festival. Her experiences include venues of 400 plus people. In 2022, as she was finishing up her senior year of high school, she released her first independent single, Pinky Promise, in the fall of 2022 when she moved to Nashville, where she is majoring in songwriting and minoring in music business in Spanish at Belmont University. The same year, she released My Mom's Minivan about social anxiety and being a homebody before she went to college. In 2023, she released her 2 singles, Her House and Ridavelius, where she co-wrote Ridavelius with songwriter Haley Limberman and songwriter and producer Will Carson. Also, she opened the Vinyl Lounge with JT Lux and Almost AM Now in 2024. She continues to write within the Nashville and Columbus music communities, oftentimes using Discord for out-of-state rights. This year, she has performed her band at Nashville venues and as an end and Dr. K Meter. In March, she opened Exit In for artist and songwriter Walker Burroughs and headliner Adam Pagok. In April, she released a valuable single, I Thought Maybe, after Feeling Zoos. In July, she also released Good Girl, co-written with songwriter-producer Aaron Carlson in a relationship with a 4-year age gap. She aims to create a safe space for girls, the gays, and the POC, anyone that has ever been told that they're weird or they're too much. Welcome to the show. I know that's a very long intro, but I know that I'm super appreciative of you coming on the podcast today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So from Columbus, Ohio, I literally just got back from Cleveland, Ohio yesterday,
Oh,
as time
really?
means it. But how did you kind of get your startup in Columbus, Ohio?
So I'm born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, and I feel like I got my first exposure to music as a child in Catholic school from Catholic Mass because every week we have hymns and such, and I just remember as a kid thinking that the church singer had a really cool job, and then I feel like that has always interested me ever since.
Ooh, like, of course, like, how old were you when you kind of first saw that?
I guess I was 4.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I
4
think I
years
started
old?
kindergarten at 4.
That's like early on the better, man. Oh my gosh, 4 years
Yeah,
old? That's insane.
and I don't think I realized, back then that it was a possibility for me to, write and be an artist as a career. I don't know if I knew that was like an option. I kind of just I think I thought of those things as in different realms, but and then in high school once I realized that, I really enjoyed writing my own music um and wanted to do that as a career. So
That's really so cool. And you performed at various venues in Columbus and Nashville. Like, which performance stands out to you the most when performing in Columbus and Nashville?
probably the performance that stands out the most to me is when I had the opportunity to open Exit In Nashville. That's I shared the stage that night with Walker Burroughs and then also headliner Adam Paddock, and that was really amazing. It was a dream of mine to perform at that venue, so I was just so grateful to be asked to play that show. And my band is amazing, so it was really a great experience.
Like once I saw that, I'm like, God, like she performed for artists as like a freshman or sophomore in not high school but college. Like to get the opportunity at such a young age in college, like not a lot of people get the opportunity, especially early on when they're in college.
Well, thank you.
Like, how has like your experience been transitioning from performing at venues in Columbus to venues in Nashville? Because of course, Nashville is known for country music and is big in the music scene. But how was the transition for you?
Well, in Columbus, Ohio, I'm performing mainly covers here just to make money, and I feel like it's been really good just to practice being on stage these past couple of years. And I love performing here in Columbus. I feel like my friends and family are really, really supportive that they'll come out and come see my shows here in Columbus. And then performing in Nashville, I'm performing all originals. So and it's really just been great for exposure and meeting new people. So and I have a band. I have a band in Columbus. I also have a band in Nashville, two different bands. But and both bands I'm really good friends with. So I just love doing what I love, surrounded by my friends. It's been really amazing.
And especially like having two bands, like I'm sure it keeps you busy when you're back home, whether it's in Columbus or Nashville. Like it keeps you busy
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yes.
Like, what kind of covers do you guys do? Like, do you guys do maybe pop, country? Like, what do you guys usually perform?
So let me preface. I'm not a rapper and I'm not a country singer, but I we do anything from rap to pop to country. If someone requests it, we're always down to try it. So yeah, I've performed really any song up there, but I feel like we try to hit some oldies too, and of course like our Queen Dolly Parton, we'll play some songs by her, and then we might, I think we've recently even included like Olivia Rodrigo songs in there. So, um, yeah, it's about 3 hours usually for our set. So we just have a ton of songs.
Oh gosh, you guys literally play everything, bro. Like, you guys are like country rap. Like, I'm not a rap person. I'm mostly like classic rock, pop, country. I'm into those, but rap, I'm just like not my thing. Like, it's not my thing. But what is your favorite genre of music? Are you kind of like a pop person, or what kind of genres do you usually like?
Um, I really listen to everything, but I mostly listen to probably, I guess, like indie pop, but I also listen to a lot of rap. Like I love Post Malone so much.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, I'm like he is everything to me. Yeah. So I feel like I listen to a range of things, but also um like a lot of Post Malone. And then one of my other favorite artists is Charlotte Sands. She does more like pop punk, pop rock, and she's so amazing. She's like my idol as well. So it kind of just depends the day.
Like, are you going to see Post Malone when he goes on tour?
I've seen him like 3 times. Um, but yeah, if he goes on tour again for his country album, I'll definitely still go. Like he could sing anything and I would show up.
Yeah, I'm the same way with Keith Urban. Like Keith Urban's my favorite
Oh
singer of all
yeah.
time, so I'm the same way with him. But I think Post Malone is actually going on tour. I think I could be wrong, or he's just doing a couple of
Gosh, is
shows.
he?
But I Post Malone is actually coming down to where I live. I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania right now, but he's going down to the pavilion at Montage Mountain on September 25th, which is my birthday, which believe it or not. So he's actually coming down for a show that
Oh
day.
my
I think it's a one
goodness.
show. But yeah, I know he's doing multiple shows all around. I'm not sure if it's like an actual tour. I could be wrong. It
Yeah.
might be. Correct me if I'm wrong, if it is a tour, but I know he's coming down to where I am on September 25th.
I'm looking.
Like I'm have to look now to get like information because I'm not sure if it's like an actual tour or if he's just playing a few shows. I literally no clue. I really don't keep up with Post Malone that much, which I
Is
probably get a lot of
playing.
hate for.
He's playing
But
October 19th in Nashville. I'm
oh
gonna have to
really?
go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm
he
gonna go to
is going
that.
on
I
tour.
didn't know he was touring again. I don't know why I'm out of the loop.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he starts September 8th, and I think it says like Salt Lake City, I believe,
Oh my
and
gosh.
in Austin.
Well, thank you for telling me. Oh my gosh, I look like guys, I promise I'm a real stan. I don't know why I didn't know, but I guess I'm going.
Oh,
So,
good. If you get tickets, let me know. I feel like I should go see him on my birthday, but I'm just like, I
yeah,
have no clue. It's a possibility
you
to buy
should go see
tickets. Might
him.
as well, since he's in town down the road from our house, I might as well
Yeah,
if you have the
facts.
opportunity.
You
But you
should.
received several singles with deeply honest lyrics about social anxiety and relationships. Like, how do you approach writing about personal topics that have occurred in your life?
I feel like I approach writing about personal topics in a way that I just lay it all out there. I I think feelings are really like a beautiful human experience, and I never want to hide what I'm feeling,
Mhm.
and especially in my music for my audience, I want to be as open as possible. So um, I I'll write about really any topic, and I really just want to make sure that everybody knows it's okay to feel those feelings. Like I'm a huge crier all the
Mhm.
time, and that's just like who I am, and I think that's totally okay. And I feel like I feel like where my emotions um like on my face, you always can see what I feel. I can never
Mhm.
hide. I have no poker face, and I feel like my music is the same way.
I'm honestly the same way. Like, no matter how I'm feeling, you could always see it on my face, no matter what. I'm dead
Yeah.
serious. Like, which I hate. I'm like, I don't want to make everyone else miserable because I'm miserable, but you can always see it on my face. I'm miserable or something. You can always see it.
Yes,
But of
totally.
course, with dealing with social anxiety, that is something that I've dealt growing up as a kid. I don't deal with it now, but it's like when I was growing up, I literally had such bad social anxiety. It was embarrassing. Like I never try to talk to anyone. Like it was so bad.
Yeah.
But it's like with you writing about social anxiety and all those things, like not a lot of people like write songs about social anxiety from what I see. It's mostly about like relationships, marriage or something, but no one's really have made songs about social anxiety from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've definitely seen some out there, but my song "My Mom's Minivan" is one that I really wrote about social anxiety. I was a huge homebody in high school. I had a few friends, but I really just stayed home and hung out with my siblings and my mom like all the time. And now in college, I'm way more extroverted, and I go out and do stuff. But at home in Columbus, Ohio, I my mom would, even if I went on a sleepover as a kid, my mom would like have to have her phone like ready because I would always call her and ask to be picked up. I had a lot of anxiety sleeping over people's houses and just staying at people's houses. I'm not sure why. I think it's just lots of undiagnosed anxiety as a kid. So, but I think now it's gotten a lot better.
Like I was honestly the same exact way. Like when I was growing up,
Really?
I used to go over people's houses, whether it's like a family member or a friend's house. I would always have to get picked up because I would get so much anxiety or something. Even if
Yeah,
I family members' houses, I would get so much anxiety that I would like, Mom, I have to go home. Like she will always have my number on dial just in case I wanted to go home, which was
exactly.
highly likely when I was younger. Like I feel things of course change on my end, but growing up, it was always on call that I would have to go home.
Yeah, same, always. But 'cause I mean, also I have four younger siblings, so I feel like I've always had four built-in best friends at home. So I think they're also it I was never lonely at home or anything. So I think part of me was like, oh, just go home, and
Yeah, I like
but
I have four siblings, three siblings. They're younger, so of course I can always have some best friend to hang out with, even though they don't want to
yeah,
hang out with me.
yeah, real.
Like I'm the youngest of three siblings, so I honestly get that part where I'm like, I'm bored. Let's go hang out with my brother or something, just so I can
Yeah,
have someone to talk to at some point and just
totally.
like get bored out of my mind. Like that's always what happens. But what has like your experience kind of been like with social anxiety growing up?
I guess just that really. I mean, just having just being a homebody, I think in high school probably defines that for me. And then I transitioned from a smaller private high school, private Catholic school, in eighth grade to a huge public high school, my freshman year of high school. So I think that was like a kind of hard for me because I went from like 32 kids in my grade to 500 in my grade. So um I think I kind of kept to myself and I was kind of shy in high school. So and just had a lot of anxiety meeting new people just because there were so many new people. So I feel like I wrote a lot about that during high school,
Mhm.
honestly. Um and then it's gotten better and gotten worse in other ways, but I feel like I'm navigating it a little bit smoother than I did in high school.
No, like, of course, with you going from a 32 kids, maybe in middle school, of a class, and now 500, like, I wouldn't probably last. And like, with that many kids, and that's going from like 400 kids in a transition, like, that is like, honestly, I'll be so overwhelmed with that many kids.
Yeah, it was really overwhelming, and it was hard to even keep the kids straight in my head. Like, if someone had brown hair in one class and brown hair in the other, I sometimes like couldn't tell. There was just so many people that I was couldn't keep them all in my head. And even by the end of high school, I still didn't know everybody, and I just accepted that it was okay. So,
Yeah, I know. I probably would have not met everyone at that point. Honestly, I'd be like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna meet 20 people, and that's good enough for me. Like, I honestly, if
Yeah.
someone tells me their name out of like 400 kids, I honestly probably wouldn't remember it until someone mentions it to me a million times.
Yeah, yeah, Instagram helped, to put some names to faces, but yeah, that was kind of hard, but it was good character development, honestly. So
I
it's
know. Like, it's a good transition from like high school to college. You know, Chris, you go to Belmont, so it's kind of like a bigger school. So it's
yeah.
like it's good for having to go to a class of 500 kids to a university that's kind of like a bigger college per se. So it's a big and good transition with that many kids. So, we kind of have to feel what college life is like.
Yeah, yeah. Belmont's about four times as big as my high school. So there's about 8,600 kids, I think with the graduate and undergraduate classes. So it's not super big, but it's bigger than my high school, and I actually really like that now. Now that
Yeah.
I'm more used to just a lot more kids, I'm glad that Belmont is the size that it is.
I know. Like, as long as like I'm the type of person that likes to go to a big college, but not too big, like Belmont University. That is
Yeah.
the college I'm like kind of looking going to, like with that certain class size. It's not too big. It's like a decent size, not too small and not too big, which is so good about Belmont is that it's not big and a class sizes are smaller, so you can connect with other people and of course the
Yes, I
professors.
love that.
But of course, with me, I'm a big Penn State girl. I'm probably going there next fall. But it's like I'm thinking to myself like I want to go to PSU, but they're mostly large classes. I'm just like, gosh, it's such they have like 20,000 students at PSU at least.
Oh
So
my
I don't know
goodness.
how I'm gonna handle it, but I'm just like I'd probably rather go to Belmont because of the class size.
I think you'll like Penn State too. I feel like it's a good college experience there.
I know it is. Like I grew up going to Penn State games. My whole family
Yeah.
diehard Penn State fans and went to school there. My whole family went to school there. So of course it's kind of a tradition of my family, but it's going to be an adjustment if I don't go to school there. That's because I'll be kind of dreading in the family that I don't go to PSU. So it'll be a big and a long couple of years on my family's end for me. For
Yeah, yeah, true. Are you a senior right now?
Yeah, I'm going into my senior year.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Like I'm like so excited, but also so nervous. Like I feel like these
Yeah.
4 years have literally been like like it just flew by like so quick. Because when the pandemic happened, I was in eighth grade, going to my eighth grade year. So it's like it's
Yeah.
crazy to have to go through eighth grade in high school during COVID. And it's weird
Yeah.
to have to say, like, oh my gosh, I'm a senior, I have to go for colleges. Like, I never thought I would be so nervous about applying to colleges until I actually finished my junior year of high school in June. That's when all the nerves kicked in. I was like, I can't deal with this. Like applying to colleges, like which colleges am I going to get in? It's like such a huge adjustment. Which place I want to go to school is such a big thing that I have to choose in a matter of a couple of months.
No, totally. Good luck with it. Wherever you go, you'll have a good time and you'll make a lot of friends. But I've heard only good things about Penn State, so
Yeah, just bless my soul if I actually get in. So that's the only thing I
yes,
care about.
manifesting that for you.
Thank you. And so, what inspired your latest single, Good Girl? I heard nothing but good things about it. I just listened to it this morning. It was really amazing, but what inspired it for you?
It was based upon my last breakup, and I dated somebody that was um almost 4 years older than me, and I think there was a lot of um just a lot of differences there and where we were in our life. And I think that definitely created some issues. But that's why I wrote Good Girl, just because I was that younger in that relationship. So it's like 18 and 19. But yeah, I'm really glad it's out now. I wrote it with my friend Erin Carlson, and but yeah, it's out everywhere now. So
Perfect. Make sure to go stream that song, guys. I recommend. I know with dating someone 4 years older can be such like I feel like a maturity wise that can be very unlikely because you guys are like onto different things. Maybe it's like you're maybe a senior in high school and maybe they're a senior in college, for example. So it's like
yeah,
when dating someone 4 years older, I'm just like, I want to, but I don't want to at the same time.
yeah, I don't recommend it. Um, I would tell everybody not to do that, especially at this age when everybody's still growing so much. Like I feel like every month I'm growing so much as a person and figuring out who I am. So I think to have that 4 years between us wasn't the best decision on either of our ends, but oh well.
Hey, it was a
You
learning
learn.
experience. That's all we have to
Yeah.
put it. That's a learning experience.
Yeah.
Everyone, especially when you're in like early high school, college, I'm just like, well, this is about learning experience, people. Like,
Yes.
if you're in high
I
school or college, make mistakes now. Like, might as well.
yes. Make mistakes so you know the kind of behavior or kind of, things in a relationship that you'll never accept, or things that you want in a relationship. And I think yeah, it's definitely just important to explore at this age. So I try
So
not to regret, it did. So yeah.
hey, it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
Like, we might regret it in maybe a week or so, but gotta live life.
Yeah,
Summer,
I think
hot girl summer, like you only have a couple of weeks left of it, so might as well
yeah,
enjoy it now. That's all. Like, now I just can't believe how summer just flew by. I feel
it
like it
is
was just
flown
the
by.
first week of
Yes.
June. It really flew by from previous summers. It felt like last couple of summers it was really slow, but now I'm just like, how's it almost at like school time already? I don't want to go back
I
to school,
know.
but I do want to graduate, but I just want to stay in summer. That's all.
Ah, yes. No, I love summer, but I'm definitely excited to go back to Nashville. My friends and I are counting down the days until we see each other again. So,
I would do the same thing if I was a freshman in college. I'd be like, I just want to go back. Like, this is
yeah.
something I just feel like with high school, you're just like, I just don't want to see these people ever again. Because it's like the same group of kids. And with college, you don't know everyone. So it's like you are excited to meet new people. Maybe it's upcoming freshman or something. With me, I'm just like, I'm tired of seeing these same like people all over again for the last how many years? Let's
Yeah.
listen to new people for once. It's always like
Real.
good and awkward going back to school and seeing everyone.
Yeah. I feel you.
To wrap this episode up, like what are some of like your upcoming projects that you have in the works?
I have my song that I also wrote with my friend Erin Carlson. It's called The Leaves, and that's coming out in October. And that's just a song really about my anxiety now I'm like reaching adulthood and just how my anxieties have kind of changed as I've been growing up and kind of latched on to other things in my life. But it's also the leaves is also, works for the fall, for that season. So that's why we're releasing it then. And I have other songs coming out after that, but I'm really focused on the leaves right now.
I
So
love it. Yeah, I definitely have to tune in for this one. I'll make sure to share it once everything is coming out and everything.
oh, thank you.
But I really appreciate everyone for listening to this episode. It was so fun. I know last couple of weeks we haven't recorded that much episodes, but I'm super excited to be back and recording. These next couple of weeks are going to be amazing, and senior year is right around the corner, which I'm so excited but nervous, as you can imagine, for all the seniors out there. But I really appreciate you so much for joining us today, and really appreciate you coming on and taking time. And wish you the best of luck in when you go back to college.
Well,
In
thank you,
Nashville.
Kylie. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you for having
Of
me.
course, so nice to meet you too. Make sure to like, subscribe, and review. It'll be much appreciated. And I'll make sure to see you guys next episode. And